it's Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. I've just been to Mass. Yes, I have been to the chapel. School have started this new thing where each month a different year group has to go and attend a Mass. And they started with the P7s, and this morning I was up at Screch too early to go to Mass. So I've done my good deed for the day. I'm surprised I don't ignite when I go into the chapel, but yeah, so I've done that. Come back, done a bit of cleaning and tidying, as you do, a bit of hoovering. I was meant to be doing, I discussed it last week, the sort of like stream thing tonight. Not a stream, but recording the conversation about Maid with another YouTuber. But he's rescheduled until tomorrow. And I want to get it over with because I'm so nervous. I just get so anxious about this sort of thing and so twitchy and like, oh, I'm going to make a mess. It's going to be, the camera's going to switch. Everything that I can worry about, I worry about. So I'd set everything up and got everything in the right position, and then I opened Messenger and he'd cancel it. It's like, oh God. So it's now going to be tomorrow evening instead of this evening that I do it. So I will be glad to get it done. Just because I get anxious about this sort of thing. I'm weird like that. So yeah, I'm going to now edit last week's vlog. I'm going to try and keep editing weekly as I go, because I had a month's worth to catch up on there for a week, and I spent 2 days doing nothing but editing. Well, obviously not all day, but I think I was doing it for 2 or 3 hours each day. So going to do that this afternoon. Going to edit my what I watched, which I've done. And midweek I'm going to have to do some description of video, a true crime one or something, because I have not done a true crime video in a long time. It just takes so much work to research. But yeah, shall try and get something out midweek, hopefully true crime. And yeah, I shall check in with you guys later in the week. Hello, it is Tuesday. Guess who's almost lost their voice? I've just got a nasty cold. Isaac's had it for a while, so it was only a matter of time. So yeah, I'm meant to be doing a discussion this evening, a Maid collab, the Netflix show Maid. I was supposed to be doing it last night, but it was put back to tonight. If I had done it last night, it'd have been fine. This all has happened sort of over the last night, where the voice has completely gone. And if I try to talk for too long, then coughing fits just happen. My eyes keep streaming. Look at that. That's awful. This is mascara from yesterday that I haven't taken off. I am a scratter. So yeah, I've got Scooby-Doo on, my pyjamas, and I'm not going to be doing very much of anything today. Hope everybody's well, and I will check in later in the week. Hello, Wednesday. Yes, Scooby-Doo's still here. Still feel like crap. Just streaming eyes, really itchy skin, especially my shins for some reason. Head's full of cold, man. I got this like tension pressure like up here and in my ears. I've had to put off the collab I'm meant to be doing until Sunday, because tomorrow I'm due at my mum's. Feeling like this, I'll have to phone and tell her to see if she wants me to come in. Friday, Isaac's got scouts, so it would be an evening thing. Saturday, we have to take him up to Lisburn, which is like an hour and a half away, for a mock 11+, mock exam. So Sunday is the first time I get to do it, so I hate like letting people down, but we were meant to do it on Monday, and I would have been fine, but the other person cancelled. So that was like the last day before I started feeling really sick. And there's no way I could do a long conversation without just going into massive coughing fits. I mean, I can feel it really start to irritate now. So I'm going to go. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Just getting ready for loads of competitions they've got at school for when they're off for Halloween. Best Spooky Porch. We don't have a porch. Baking competition. And something else which I've forgotten. Right, I shall go. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hello. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Well, that's it. I just thought I'd update you before I go to bed instead of in the car as usual. I feel a lot better than I did. I'm still knackered. But I need to do my greys again. Look at that. I can talk now without coughing, but basically I'm plaiting my hair. I always plait my hair when I go to bed. But basically, Darren went to the dentist this week. A tooth had been bothering him, and he's found out it's an abscess, and the dentist drained it and gave him antibiotics. Now, the reason he didn't feel it is because the tooth in question has had a root canal treatment, but it had been sort of niggling his gum. So they cleared the abscess, and Darren's allergic to penicillin, so they gave him another antibiotic, and he felt a bit sick on it. He always does when he takes antibiotics. I think most of us do. I cannot go and do a HD recording. Look at the flipping grey hairs, that's awful. I don't want to have black hair anymore, but the only way is to let it grow out, and I refuse. So other than me having my hair cut short at some stage, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, anyway, apologies for my face. I've just been no makeup or anything over the past few days. I've just felt lousy. But I'm starting to pick up a bit now. But Darren had an allergic reaction to the penicillin. He'd gone from feeling nauseous to this morning he was vomiting, he had chills, he had fever, he was sweating, he had really severe stomach pain and cramps. He was really ill. And I called the doctors. Well, I called the dentist who wasn't available, so I called the doctor who said, no, you'll have to speak to your dentist. And he said, but I'm having serious reactions to these. No, you'll have to speak to the dentist. So eventually he got the dentist, and the dentist said, right, do not take any more of them. Drink hot water, which will probably make you more sick, but drink a lot of hot water. If you get any worse, or if this doesn't improve, don't phone your GP or phone me, go straight to the hospital, because you've obviously had an allergic reaction to these tablets. Now, when you hear that, you're like, shit. I was due to go into my mum's today, but I cancelled it because I thought, if I'm not here with a car and it gets worse. So Darren's been off all day, and Darren never loses his appetite even when he's ill, but he's completely lost his appetite, which is not him at all. So it's currently 11 on Thursday evening. I'm about to go to bed. Most Haunted have posted a new a new thing on YouTube, like where they've done another, what's it when they go visit, another investigation. So I'm going to watch that before I go to sleep. I started watching the worst movie I have seen in years tonight. It is called Slashers. It is on Netflix. Do not waste your time. It's the worst acting, the worst effects, the worst everything you could imagine. Just don't. Not the series Slasher, the movie Slashers. It was just added today. Oh my god, it's awful. But yeah, maybe if you were really drunk and watching it with friends to laugh at, then that might be the only thing it has going for it. So yeah, that's what's happening. Hopefully Darren will feel a bit better tomorrow. Tomorrow Isaac has the Scouts again, so I'll go into town while he's there and buy a few more bits for Christmas. I want to concentrate on my parents next. I finished Kelly, I finished Alice, I've more or less finished Dave. I think I'm just going to give Dave cash for Christmas. A couple of wee bits I've bought him obviously, but I just don't want to send him crap he doesn't want. I'm still working on Darren's 25 presents. I think I've got 11 or 12. Isaac, we've made a decision to not get him the gaming PC, which we were going to, because it's too expensive. I thought we'd be able to get one for like 500 quid, a basic one, but everywhere I'm hearing, if you want to play Fortnite in, where it's not low settings, no chance. So what I'm thinking of doing instead, because we had a budget of about 500, you're going to say you're mad, Lisa, I'm going to buy another PS5 with a PS5 camera, and he'll be able to play the games and stream, which was what I wanted, the purpose of it in the first place. He's got a laptop, but it's terrible, but it's enough for him at the minute, for email and stuff if he wants to use it. But the PS5 we have's in the living room and everyone pretty much uses it. So if I give him a PS5, or if he takes the PS5 we have at the minute in the bedroom, none of us will ever see it again, and I like to game too. So we're going to put the money into another PS5 for him for Christmas with a camera, and hopefully then he can do a stream into a channel, which has been nagging about. He also keeps talking about a telescope, so I need to look into that. It's awful when they get older, things are so expensive. I mean, 500 quid's a lot of money. It's just going to be taken straight out of our Disney fund because I don't have a spare 500 quid lying about. But yeah, I'm doing not too bad with the old Christmas presents. My mum and dad and Isaac are the main people I need to sort out now. But then I always get stuck helping my mum by her friends because she can't do it on her own, and my dad generally doesn't want to because he's a bloke, but now he's got this really bad knee, so he can't. But he's due to go for an x-ray on that tomorrow. This is like over a month since it started. So he's got the x-ray tomorrow. He's having physio, which is making it worse, but he's not doing the exercise the physio has given him to do because he says it's too sore. It's a nightmare. He's going to put himself completely off his feet, but he won't listen to me. What do I know? Look at them wrinkles. That's shocking. My God. I need Botox in a big way. Darren says, no, don't be silly. Oh my God. It's because I'm always doing that. At least I don't have this one because I don't do this a lot. I do that a lot. And look at the circles. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, so yeah, that's what's happened this week. Saturday, he's got his mock 11 plus in Lisburn. So that's a new town, city. We'll be travelling up there with Ruben's parents. Well, 2 cars. Because Darren didn't want, Ruben's mum was going to take him, but Darren wanted to be with him in case he gets a bit nervous. Basically, it's like a dry run at the 11 plus exam, so I can sort of see what exam conditions are like and stuff. Now, I paid for him to do this before I knew that the schools do a familiarisation day where they go to the place where they're going to do the 11 plus. They see where they're going to sit, they have the rules explained to them, all that stuff. I didn't know that happened. And if I had have known, I wouldn't have arranged for him to do this. But I think Ruben's mum badly wants him to do it. So he didn't want to do it on his own. So Isaac's doing it with him. So that's it. Halloween Kills is out and I can't get to see it because I'm always doing something else. I shall check in with you guys later in the week.
What is it? Go on in. What's that? What have you found? What is it? There it is. It's in the road. What is it, girls? Let's go find it then. Go on in. Go on. Oh, we're going to get it. We're going to catch it. We're going to catch it. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's a woolly hat.
It's that time of day again. It's Friday evening. Darren's wearing his hat back to front. You know you've got Black Sabbath on the back of your head.
Yeah.
A load of the shops are shut.
I want to get an elbow flats.
Right. Multi-storey car park. So it's Saturday. It is something like the 15th or 16th, I'm not entirely sure. 16th, I think. And Isaac has his mock 11 plus today in Lisburn.
I'm scared.
I haven't been to Lisburn in about almost, well, over 20 years, 20 odd years. I remember it smelling like chicken poo, which is a massive factory. It's horrid, it stinks. So this is basically a day where they go and get a feel of what exam conditions will be like, and they sit the test, not the one they will do on the day, but similar, and then it sort of identifies areas that to concentrate on for the test. Isaac's basically doing it because his pal Ruben has to do it, and he gets really nervous, and Isaac's sort of like encouragement for him to be there. So Isaac doesn't really need to do it, because I didn't know until yesterday that they do familiarization days at the school before the test, where they bring you in, they show you where you're sitting, they give you your number, they explain the rules. I didn't know any of that. I only found that out yesterday via a website where parents talk about the test. And if I'd have known that, then I wouldn't have had to do that today. But I swear when I put makeup on, the lines in my forehead are even more. Look, it's like the powder settles into the lines in my head or something. So yes, that's what we're doing. We've got about an hour drive ahead of us. Then I have to find where we're going. We have to be there about 15 minutes before. Have you got a mask with you, Isaac? Is there one in the car? Well, we've got loads of disposable ones in here. So that's what's happening. We got petrol last night, so we're all ready to go. I shall switch you guys on when we get to Lisburn. I don't know if we're going to be with Ruben's parents for a while, so I can't really film if we are, but hopefully the dogs behave themselves today. They're going to be alone for quite a while.
I've put the beds out.
Alright, yeah, I forgot to do that. Well, the beds are in the living room, nice and comfy, but we put the beds on top of the sofa before we go. So fingers crossed everything goes straightforwardly, I don't get lost, we don't break down. Yeah, so I shall catch up with you guys when we get there.
Too young to drive so fast. She never heard me calling you from the past. Couldn't catch you falling. Too late to say goodbye. I never heard you leaving. God knows that I've tried to save your heart from bleeding. At the end of the rainbow, the colors are fading.
So we're in Lisburn. We're in the pay and display car park, and we've no change. And there's no shops anywhere near, so I think Darren's gone half a mile away to get change when there's a library opposite us. Okay, so we waited almost 20 minutes, 18 minutes on Darren coming back. He says, "Do you have any money?" I says, "Well, you've just gone to get change, so have you not got money?" No. Darren has gone to get change with no notes. He said, "I thought if I bought something they would give me cash back and change." And I'm like, they don't do that. Give me patience. We're here. Statue, there's a museum. Apparently it's behind the museum. But Isaac needs the toilet. Quelle surprise. Right. Let's cross over here.
One side of the road was like a little chocolate church.
Yeah.
A big pub. I didn't see it, please.
Yeah. Right, we're going back to pick Isaac up now. I've had an ice cream, but shh, I won't tell him that. What a big ice cream. That was a big ice cream. There's a nice little bakery. I don't understand these type of decorations. I don't get it.
You're like when they get a tin of spam.
It's like, why? No.
You're nearly cost him by the cupcake though, right?
Oh look, a balloon dog's pretty cute. Oh, it's a unicorn. Well, I think I've got that one at home. I've got one very similar to that at home. Mine's nicer though. Saturday night, we're watching Strictly. Isaac's just about to come back from Ruben's house. Molly's excited. Is your Isaac coming home, Molly? Is it your Isaac? Are you waiting on him? Yeah, you can hear him, can't you? You're very excited to see Isaac. Yes, you are. Look at them ears. Your Isaac's coming. Hello. I'm not going to talk too long. This is Sunday. Yesterday we were in Lisburn. You saw us. I maybe took a tiny bit of footage in the city centre, which always, my footage is always clipped together because it doesn't run very well because I don't talk to you when I'm filming. Isaac then went to Ruben's house last night. I didn't film after Lisburn. He went to Ruben's house until 8 o'clock. Me and Darren stopped at the excitement that is Home Bargains in Belfast because I thought that they would have lots of Halloween stuff. No, nowhere this year has got, you know, like stuff that you can decorate the house with? Nowhere. Because his school's doing a Spooky Porch competition, or a spooky outside of your front door for those of us that don't have porches. We used to have a porch and it was awesome, but that was in an old house that we lived in. So I'm trying to find like what stuff we can get, but all the sort of main places you can imagine. We were in the Range, we were in B&M, we were in Pound Stretcher, we were in Pound Shop, because I don't want to spend a fortune obviously. We were in Home Bargains, we went to Asda Living, everywhere. Nothing. So we're going to have to make do with what we have. We've got quite a lot of Halloween stuff, but it's not really outdoor stuff. So what?
Paint the window.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But that's not a porch, is it? Because we'll only be allowed to like submit one. That was Teresa. We'll only be allowed to submit one picture, if you know what I mean. So it'll have to sort of be the porch as a whole.
Do a lot of pumpkins.
What I wanted to do was line the front of the house. You know that like little walkway. I wanted to put all different pumpkins down that with all different designs. Problem is, if you do it on Tuesday, will they be alive on Sunday? Who knows? Unless you like, it says if you rehydrate them. Look, somebody's got stuff out already. They're fake pumpkins though. If you like rehydrate them or bring them in at night, sometimes they'll last.
Sometimes.
I don't want to be like spending loads of money on a load of pumpkins and then it comes round to Halloween and they're all rotted. It's a stupid idea. I mean, we will judge the pumpkins. We will judge the Spooky Porch on Wednesday at noon. So obviously you want it to be dark when you take your picture, so it looks the full effect of the pumpkins. So you need to have your porch done on Tuesday, and Halloween's not until Sunday. Stuff will die, and this is turning into longer than meant it to. So yeah, so that's what happened yesterday. I watched Strictly last night, and Isaac apparently forgot a play date that he had arranged with Oliver from Scouts.
She hadn't said a word about that.
I got a text last night at 6:20. Oh, Oliver was really nervous. He wanted to text to let Isaac know he was running late because they had arranged to meet at 6 o'clock.
It might be a fruitcake.
Point one, this is the family that turned up really late to pick Oliver up and had Darren stood outside for ages waiting. They're texting at 6:20 to say they're on their way home when the thing was arranged for 6 apparently. And then when I knew nothing about it, and I thought, well, if there was something like that, Isaac would be really excited and he would be telling you the minute he got in the car.
Why are parents not asking parents to make sure it's okay?
But Isaac knew nothing about it, and I had to say Isaac hasn't mentioned. Oh well, maybe he forgot. So it looks like Isaac's in the wrong one, really. Her kid didn't probably. She says, oh well, Oliver takes things very literally sometimes. Don't quite know what she means by that. What maybe happened is maybe Oliver said, oh, some Saturday you'll have to come across and you know you come to my house. And he didn't even say about you coming to his house. Well, I don't know how that happened then.
That's unusual for Isaac not to come. I'm going out to so-and-so.
Isaac would usually be like, yeah, Oliver's asked me to do blah blah blah, but nothing. So obviously it looks now to her like Isaac has just not bothered. But like Darren said, why is his mum not texting me? She has my number to say, was this okay? Oliver and Isaac arranged it, but
He's
nothing.
10 miles away after all. It's not like he's
Yeah.
in the same little village. He's not.
So obviously I'm feeling a bit like, oh. So I says, oh well, they had discussed, the Halloween event at the People's Park, where they're doing basically dress up and fireworks and bits and bobs. So Isaac had been nagging about asking, could he bring Oliver? And I'm like, well, I've never met me. See, certain things have been said that make me think Oliver could be a bit odd. I think he's 13.
Yes.
So he's 3 years older than Isaac, and it's like, oh well, he doesn't like to wait by himself, and this was in like the middle of the afternoon, and he can be a bit funny about certain things, and I didn't want to be taking someone that I've never met to an event that Isaac's really looking forward to for him to get really weird about it. But now he's coming with us, and I'm like, well, it is fancy dress, and Isaac will be wearing his Deadpool outfit, so, oh well, I'll see near the time if Oliver fancies it, he might dress up. So it's like, what kid wants to go to a Halloween night and not dress up? But so we'll see what happens there, and they're always late. That's the other thing. So we go call for him, he's not ready. You have that scenario, and you know what I'm like about time people. I get very irate if people aren't on time. So that's what's happening. Ruben was meant to come, but he's away with his family, visiting family down south of Ireland. Should I say the west of Ireland? That week. So we're taking Ruben trick-or-treating on Sunday night, and we'll try and arrange something for before that. But I had thought, right, we'll go to the cinema, see Adam's Family 2, but he's already seen it. And then it says, right, well, there's another one called Ron's Gone Wrong coming out. Oh, well, he's going to see that as well. And it's like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. And then some of the other stuff that I'd thought about, he would be very easily frightened, and I can't do that just in case. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, now they would have been 8. Now still to me this makes no sense. Isaac had 2 friends over to Warhouse for Halloween. We went trick-or-treating and they came back to Wars, and one of them just behaved deplorably. But anyway, across the way from us there's like waste ground. You'll have seen it before in my videos probably, and somebody local lit a bonfire, which is quite cool on Halloween night, and all the kids, and there were fireworks and all the kids were standing around. Now I had bought sparklers, and I thought, oh, they'll maybe think these are a wee bit naff being 8-year-old boys, or maybe for younger kids. So we saw the bonfire. Oh, like, let's go over and see the bonfire. They were terrified, these 2 kids. No, 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 something's on fire. I'm like, it's a bonfire, they've lit it on purpose, it's meant to be on fire. Oh, no, no.
They were 50 yards away at the time.
It was like, well, I don't know how far 50 yards is. It's about 100 metres away. I remember that from school, from doing running, what 100 metres looks like. So then I thought, right, so I'm gauging, a bit disappointed we can't go look at the fireworks and the bonfires. So I get the sparklers out. They were scared of the sparklers. So it's like, what is it with kids today? Scared of sparklers. And you're not talking a 4-year-old here, you're talking 8 and 9-year-old boys. Frightened of a sparkler and frightened of a bonfire. So I don't know what this is going to be like on the Friday night, on Halloween night. And I don't know what we're going to plan for the Saturday, the Sunday before the trick-or-treating, because Ruben would get scared of stuff as well. So
It's going to be epic.
it's going to be epic. It's going to be a pain in the arse is what it's going to be.
Epically. Whatever happens will be epically for whatever it is.
Where's this epic? Is that their word?
No, it's just I'm trying to think of a way to articulate the joy of what's about to happen. Whatever happens, good or bad, it will be epic.
So Halloween week, they're off school, the week leading up to Halloween, and we have to do...
You lost it then.
We have to do there's a Halloween baking contest that's going to happen, so I've bought a load of stuff for that. Because we don't know what they're going to ask us to bake yet, so I've had to like ad lib and buy stuff that I think might come in useful. And there's going to be the Spooky Porch competition, and there's going to be another one. What was the third one? They have to do a colouring competition in school, but there's another thing and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, all this is happening like Monday and Tuesday of the week. I mean, surely, why did they not say, right, Spooky Porch competition is going to be judged, send in your pictures by Friday. and we'll judge them over the weekend, and we'll let you know when you come back to school on the Monday. But no, what they're going to do is, you're in reasonable Spain by 12 o'clock on the Wednesday, and they are going to pick the winner on the Thursday. And I think the prize is a Halloween hamper.
Yeah.
And that is going to be delivered Thursday or Friday. So we shall see. But I remember, now, I'm not being one of these stick in the mud people that's like, oh, ours is best or anything like that, but Darren's particularly good at stuff like making things and scary stuff. And there was a scary scarecrow, let me repeat that, scary scarecrow competition, and Darren made one, and it was awesome, and it had lights in the eyes and all sorts, and it looked really cool, and its like arms and stuff were made with like these gnarly twigs, and it had like, what do you call that? Hessian sack body, and it had paper mache thingy made for it. It was really cool. And what won, you know those type of scarecrows that you see outside, like in scarecrow festivals, outside a cherry sunflower field, that have a checked shirt and have a smiley face and just look really basic? That's what won. Scary scarecrow competition, and you're giving it to a Hessian, or not a checked shirt, smiley faced, family looking scarecrow. I was like, okay.
It's not what you know, it's who you
So
know.
you go to like all the effort to try and make something that's really awesome and put the proper effort
I
in.
still have that scarecrow.
And
There was even a spooky photograph that was taken to make it look spookier.
yeah. But anyway,
Where did we put
you
it?
can go to so much effort, but it doesn't get you anywhere. You know, even if yours is really awesome, it's never recognised.
With the Halloween porch thing, we could just put the scarecrow there.
I could make it climbing down the porch.
We'll put the scarecrow in the garden or something as well.
Climb down the porch door.
We don't have a porch.
Well, you know what I mean, the front door area, because of that corner bit, I can make the actual thing, put it in a tub,
Right.
because it's on a pole, and make it like it's crawling around the door.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this week. We should be back next week. Nothing much planned for the next week. Hopefully the week after will be more interesting, because Isaac's off school for the week and we're wanting to like not sit in the house all week. So yeah, I shall catch up with you guys later.